Hey guys, Huzz here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to another Q&A. So this Q&A might be a bit closer to the last one we did. If I'm honest, I'm just kind of in the mood to do a Q&A. They're fun to do, get through a lot of questions, and you know, it's kind of like rapid fire of like help. You know, like an agony art in League of Legends, a lot of people have questions and we can kind of get through them very quickly, quicker than we normally can. So let's begin. Hopefully there's some type of gameplay in the background, whether it's League or TFT. TFT is actually probably very good to have in the background of a Q&A video, but feel free just to pause it if you just want to listen to my soothe voice. Let's go into it though. So the first question is, hey Huzz, you constantly make a note of CSing being your biggest weakness. Why do I think that is? And how do you yourself look to improve on things like that? Do you think you currently have any other big vulnerabilities in the game you'd like to improve on? Yeah, CS is my biggest weakness. Why? Distracted. It's been that way for years. So let's say you guys are playing League and you're not very good at farming. But then you're also doing a commentary, or you're looking at Twitch chat, or you're making sure the audio levels are correct. Anything like that. Like it's a distraction. And CSing is like, it's a very important thing of the game, but when you are distracted, it's the first thing that can go. Like, it's easily the first thing that can go. It's like, you know, you have to time your auto attacks to just kill the minion right at the last moment, and if you're just a second distracted, you're not going to get that farm. So that is why, and that's why I've never been that fussed about it. I think my strengths of a player outweigh my weaknesses, hence why I'm in, you know, right now high Diamond 1. But yeah, it is the weakest point, but if I want to improve on that, like, there's definitely room that I could improve even with commentating, and I'd have to sit down and go in practice tool and just practice. But I've never been that fussed about it because I know I'm limited by how well I can do with it. And if I can get master even with my poopy CSing, then I'm okay with it. You know, you guys know I'm fine with being a Diamond 1 player, let alone a master player, so it's definitely farm, and it's because I'm distracted. And yes, I could definitely improve in that area, for sure. But it's just not the biggest thing that I really care about. My decision-making of team fights and when to do certain plays, I think, is my strength, and I think that outweighs the lack of farm sometimes. But yeah. If you want a YouTuber streamer, what would you be? Right now, I'd probably be something in the game design industry. So when I left university, which would have been over 3 years now, I was offered 2 jobs. And I declined both of them. It was a very big risk at the time, but I would have just taken one of those jobs. One of them was in a game studio, one of them wasn't. Their salaries weren't great, but they were a university student coming out of uni who wants a job, and I would have taken one of those jobs. I probably would have taken the one in the game design studio, a well-known studio, but I didn't, you know, and we're here. And it worked out. Again, you know, it's weird talking about finances when you're a YouTuber because some people take it very weird. But all I'll say is the offer that I was given in those jobs 3 years ago, I earned 4 times what they offered. So it worked quite well. And obviously, yes, I've had to sacrifice a lot. And I know this isn't the hardest job in the world. But, you know, practically work 7 days a week, locked up in this bedroom all day, every day. So there are negatives to it, but, you know, it's great. I do love the job. I just need to do more in my life. And, yeah, things are starting to go that way. I am starting to do more things outside of this bedroom, which is good. Hence why you might have noticed if you watch the stream often, I take more days off nowadays. So, yeah. Next one is, how would you change the Pantheon rework specifically to make it better? What would you keep? What would you keep different? I would have, well, I don't want to upset people because people are very defensive apparently about Pantheon. I would change it all. I wouldn't keep anything the same that he's been given. I am in the camp of myself with reworks. I don't like when it's like a close rework because I find that boring. And this, by the way, my opinion is just this because I've played League for so long. Why, when I've been looking at Pantheon for 10 years, do I want to see something that looks kind of like Pantheon again for another 10 years? I like new stuff. So I would have just changed him completely, kept the Spartan kind of ideology, but changed him completely. That's just me, and I know a lot of people are going to not agree with that, and that is fine. I literally just have that opinion because I've played League for 10 years, and I find old champions boring. You just look at the same thing for 10 years, it's like, oh, it would be great if that was different, and when it's not that different, it's like, well, never mind. So yeah, that's what I would probably do. What Premier League team do I support, and what do you think is going on with the season? I don't support a Premier League team. A lot of people may not know, I played football to a very high level when I was growing up. I used to be in shape, very good shape. I was a county sprinter, played A-League football. I was in the Peterborough Elites feed team. A-League champion 2 seasons in a row. I played to a very high level. Some of my old teammates are semi-pro, maybe low-pro divisions now, and I could have gone that way. I just never had the drive to be a pro footballer. I was good, but I never watched football. I found watching football one of the most boring things ever, and that is even when I played football to a high level. I'll watch athletics, I'll watch rugby, I'll watch boxing, MMA, or Formula 1. It's something about watching football that I just do not get. I don't know why. It's just a gut thing. So yeah, I used to support Chelsea maybe 10 years ago, but I haven't supported a football team for probably about 10 years. So yeah. What's the worst thing you've had to experience or deal with as a streamer, or just things related to the stream? Here's a complaint that everyone's going to have about their job, but days where you're just like not in the mood. And you're like, oh, you want to stay in bed, or you just can't, you just don't want to do it. To a lot of people, like, what do you mean? You're playing video games for a living. It's not normally that aspect that gets you as a streamer. It's the aspect of, what if I just don't want to be on camera today? What if I don't want the comment section today? What if I don't want the Twitch chat today? They happen. Those times happen. But the problem is when you're someone on my schedule, and I stick to my schedule. The one thing that you guys can call me, you can like me, you can hate me, but I am consistent, and I upload 2 videos a day, every day, for the past few years, and without fail. I've been through some ups, I've been some pretty downs in that time, but I've never wavered from that. And it's tough sometimes to do that, but we do. And, you always are going to get the internet haters, but they're not the worst thing in the world. If you are anyone on the internet, not even a content creator, you have experienced hate to some degree. Then you put that to someone that has 150,000 followers on YouTube, it's just going to happen. So yeah, they're not that bad, because they're people, again, they're just people that need help. Not a lot going for them, not many friends. They just need someone to reach out and say, hey, are you okay? And that's what I'd like to do, but I can't do it to everybody. But yeah, the worst thing is the days that you're just like, I don't want to be an internet personality today. I'm having one of those days. But you have to. You got to suck it up. So probably that. Next one is, how would you change the game to make top more relevant so the whole map is important? Give a better objective near top lane. So you've got Rift, you've got Scuttle Crab that it doesn't really become relevant until 12, 13 minutes in when champions can start killing it. Give a better objective. Make tower plates worth double the gold or something. Only if 2 people are near the tower. I don't know. Do something like that, and then it will become more relevant. Because it is obviously an island. It's always been an island, but it's a very big island right now. But it's a hard decision, but yeah. Was the climb to high elo worth it in general for you? Yeah, because it wasn't that difficult. And I know that's going to sound, big-headed and that, but it wasn't. Everyone has different, general skill levels. I guess mine was just higher. Or I was prepared for the climb more than the average person was. So the first 2 seasons of League, I hardly played any ranked. I played a lot of normal games, like 3,000 normal games in the first 2 years of playing League, which to me is a lot of games. And when it came to Season 3, I went from Silver to Diamond 1 in 1 season. I think I was just ready for it. I didn't struggle with climbing. The only thing I struggled with, by the way, was getting into Diamond. The promotion series from Platinum to Diamond in Season 3 took me 9 promotion series to get to Diamond. Then I got in Diamond, and then I climbed pretty damn quick. It was weird. But it's never been that much of a challenge for me. I've found it fun. And again, a lot of it is just kind of knowing more than the average player in general knowledge of League of Legends, and that's how sometimes I can use that to my advantage. There's a stream called Salty Timo that you bet on low ELO games, like Iron 4 games. My balance is huge on that, because I can just look at the comps and look at actually the players and how they're playing very quickly and know, that team's going to win. And I use that in solo queue all the time. So it's, climbing to high ELO wasn't one of these things that was like, a massive rock on my back. It's like, this is so difficult. It never has been, to me. And again, that's the weird thing. But here's the thing, like, League might not be that game for you. That's like, oh god, getting high rating really easily. What? but you could have another game that you may have never found yet. You could be in. I play GT Sport on the PS4. You could secretly be amazing at that game, and you could climb way quicker than I can in that game, but you may never have played it. Everyone's probably got their thing, and I guess mine is kind of League of Legends, but not 100%. You know, sure, I can get to high diamond quick and okay, but I've never been challenger, so I'm not obviously the god of League. I'm never going to be that, but I'm competent to be, well, when you compare me to the average player, then yeah, we're doing pretty good. Next one is, will I play more Shen? Maybe. He's not great for solo queue. Like, he's better in high rating. He's very bad for low rating. Because you've got to rely on your team, that, you know, you trust them, that they're not going to just run away when you're ulting them, and they've got to trust you. He's not a great solo queue pick. He's a communication pick. Like, if you're on comms and flex queue with all 5, yo, I'm ulting. Like, that's Shen. Not for solo queue, really. Do I think the best way to rework Annie is to make her more grown up and to make her a kit a little bit more complex? See, what we spoke about earlier with the Pantheon, that it's like, oh, it's just the same thing, and after 10 years I'm kind of bored of it. That would be cool. If they ever do rework Annie, that, to me, would be awesome. It's still Annie, she's still a fire kind of mage, but, you know, she's, what, beaten by a little girl. How old's Annie? I don't know, kids. 6? I don't know. Make her 16. Like, that would be legit really cool, and have the fire being more impressive, and maybe she's grown out of Tibbers at that stage. Who knows? That would be really cool. Next up is, have I ever gotten a penta? If so, with what champion? I've got lots of pentas. Again, when you've played the game for 10 years, you've done most things. I've probably got in excess of 40, 50 pentas in total of like my whole League of Legends span. I do remember the first one I ever got, though, was on Fiddlesticks. It was a game, again, it depends if you want to count it or not. It was in a normal game, so a lot of people might not count it because it wasn't ranked, but that was my first ever where I got a Pentakill. It was a normal game in Season 1, and it was a game that I had like 45 kills on Fiddlesticks. I got very fed. But yeah, like, I don't know. There's a few on the channel, for sure. Maybe there's a video of me getting one on Yasuo as a separate video, but all the other ones would have just been within the commentaries. But yeah, I have got a bunch. Next one is, would you ever consider starting doing more real-life stuff, like vlogs on Huzzy Extra? You always enjoyed the car vlogs. I will be. So for those that don't know, I've got a second channel. We used to do a lot of car vlogs. Now, the reason why I stopped doing them is, one, I like driving, and I don't drive that much. So when I'm in the car going to the gym or something, I just enjoy the drive, and I don't always want to be on camera, as we spoke about earlier. So sometimes it's just me having a nice time, having a drive. I don't want to record a video. But with the new car arriving in the next, apparently, like month or so, I'm going to be driving more. I'm going to be going to the gym 3 times a week. So if I, 2 times a week, don't record anything, but then once a week I can do a car vlog, that's more manageable, and it still gives me my own driving time. I can have fun and driving, but yeah, 1 time a week, I think I can manage doing that. So definitely will be doing more. I'd like to do maybe more like IRL things a little bit here and there. Like, I am planning more trips. I know I'm going to be going to Bristol sometime. I know I'm going to London soon when the Pokemon Centre opens in Westfield. I'm going to the Harry Potter studio tour. So I might bring the camera along, but I'm not somebody that's going to ever be a vlogger. Like, I'm the type of person that I'll record it and then come home and talk about it. I'm never going to be the person in public that's got the phone going, oh, hey guys, I'm a YouTuber. Like, hell no, that's way too cringy for me. But I do want to do more real life things. But yeah. Next one is, how does it affect your mental and daily life knowing you have thousands of people, or thousands of fans, and people who love you? I'm very careful with the relationship between my audience and me. And without sounding bad, I really appreciate you guys. Like, you guys don't even know how much I appreciate you. But there does have to be like a separation, a healthy separation. I do think it's unhealthy when streamers and stuff say they love their audience, because that is where we've seen it on YouTube, that there are people that get a very unhealthy obsession with content creators and bad things happen. I'm not going to say what happened, but for those that know what happened to Meg Turney and Gavin Free, there's a great example. Meg always used to finish her videos saying, heart you, and some people took that a little bit too far. So there has to be a separation. I appreciate you guys. If I ever see you around, I'll give you a massive handshake and have a good old chat, But there has to be some type of separation. But my mental, it's cool, it's a weird, cool feeling. I've been stopped a couple times in public, so in the back of your mind, you're always thinking, I don't think of myself as anybody. No one special. I'm just a normal dude. But the back of your mind, it's like, oh, I'm going out to town today. Gonna go get a haircut. The back of your mind, there is always a little, what happens if someone goes onto me, oh, hey, Huzzy, how you doing? Like, it exists very small in the background, because it has happened. But every interaction I've ever had in real life with people has been fantastic. Again, vast majority of them have been in events, and I've had a couple of people say, oh, are you ever going to organise an event near somewhere you live or the city you live? No. The security kind of risks and stuff with modern day, it's just way better when it comes to actual fan meets to do them at events. If I go to an Insomnia or I go to a Comic-Con, if you see me there, then I'm at an event, there's security measures already in place there. So that's just the healthier thing to do. But, I like what I do. It's a bit weird. It's a weird job in general. If you said to me 5 years ago, you're going to be doing this as your daily job, good one. And we are. So, yeah, kind of crazy. Next one is been watching for a while and seen you fall off LoL esports train. Like, I know you used to be a big TSM fan. How do I feel about current esports, especially with the TLCG series? I have no idea because I didn't watch it. As you said, I have fallen off the LoL esports train. I got bored. If I'm honest, I don't really know how to explain it. I don't have, like, I think what it boils down to is my life is a lot of League of Legends. And I think this also is the same when it comes to I'm a Cutie Pie. He doesn't really watch it because when your life is League, your job is League. You're focusing so much on editing the videos that are League, thumbnails that are League. Everything's League. And then the least thing that I want to do in my spare time is, hey, watch more Pro League. It's like, oh my God. Like, it's just too much. So for you guys who just play casually League and then you can watch competitive League, that's fine. But my whole life is League. I don't need more. I think that has been the main issue. So when I was just kind of starting YouTube the first couple of years, yeah, it wasn't that bad. My life wasn't taken over by YouTube and League. It is now. So I just kind of want to do other things when I'm not doing it. I think that makes sense. But yeah. All right, next up is someone just saying, hello, Huzz. Try to have an intro before the videos with music and highlights before the game begins more interesting. No, that's actually a bad thing to do. So again, there are reasons why I do things. There's no intros in YouTube videos anymore because the algorithm hates intros. You can do a highlight, like, you do a play, but I find that as a spoiler. I don't like that. I actually click off videos myself that do that. I find it weird. So there's always like, a reason why I'm doing something, and usually it's because I have been told something by my YouTube partner manager that you guys haven't. So everything is a calculated decision. It's not random. But yeah. Something. What a weird question. Something I'm ashamed of wondering about. But why do you have your beard in that way when a full beard would look much better on me? Because I don't agree. Pretty much that simple. What do I think about stream sniping? I mean, I don't think anybody is in favor of stream sniping. Generally, it's for the people that are very desperate to climb, and if they want to stream snipe and be that desperate in a video game, go ahead. What's my opinion on the rework of Garen on the PBE? I haven't looked too much about it. I've just heard that he might scale on attack speed, so they're trying to tone down his tankiness? Like, Garen, let's face it, is never going to be good. He's too one-dimensional to be good. You just pick something kiting in top lane and Garen is screwed. And in late game, he can't do anything anyway. So unless they make his absolute damage absolutely broken, that he one-shots people, it's Garen, so it doesn't really... I don't care. Someone's saying... Hi, Huzz. You recently made a video about the timeline of my channel. I did. It was on the second channel, but I go through the history of my Facebook pictures of the HuzzyGames Facebook. And it is a time trip, man. It was going through all the years that I've had that page. Is there anything you miss from the past or wish you could go back to? Yeah, competitive a bit. I miss, the times of Absolute Zero. There was me, Fi, Duffman, Vale, Harpastor, playing in tournaments, going to LANs occasionally. Like, that was fun. I'd like to do that a bit again. Duffman has gone on to become the head analyst of G2, Fi's obviously doing a successful YouTube channel. I don't really know about the other two, but yeah, we've all done our own thing. But that was fun. It was kind of a more carefree environment, but we still really did well. When, you know, we won some tournaments. I won a UK Battlegrounds tournament, which was a qualifier for Challenger Series at the time, which was like the step below LCS. So it was cool. That was fun. Someone saying you're interested in my PC specs. I believe they're in the About tab of my channel, but very basic. The graphics card on mine is an RTX 2080 Ti. We've got 32 gig of RAM. We've got a i9 900K processor. I've got about, 6 terabytes worth of storage, with about 1 terabyte being SSD, about 500 gigabyte being an M.2. It's an absolute monster PC that I don't really need, but it's an investment of my job. You know, I can claim this on tax expense as a business expense, because obviously it's literally for my business. So, you know, it's not a waste of money for me, but you don't need this specs. But, you know, as I've said forever, when I got the PC, it's like I had to defend myself to other people, which I never have to do about my own purchases. But people are like, why do you need that for League of Legends? Guess what? I don't just do League of Legends. One, I'm a YouTuber and streamer. That's a big thing to consider. So I'm streaming on the PC that I'm also playing on. Has to be quite powerful. Secondly, I don't just play League. I play a lot of stuff. You know, when Cyberpunk comes out, I'll be playing that crazy amounts, and I want that at ultra graphics. So it's not just League, which a lot of people, I guess, they just play League and they can't get in there. Like, they don't think people play other things. I play a lot of other things. I have to, because when my job is League, my own social, relaxed gaming time, a lot of time isn't League, because I just did that for 5 hours in the day as my job. So yeah. How long do I think League will last in the future? Depends how good Riot is. Riot's made some interesting decisions over the past few years, questionable ones. What I kind like, if I'm honest, I like Riot as a company, but what it kind of feels like they need is new people in the company. They need people with fresh ideas, with not biased opinions for years. They need that. And if they don't have that, I think they could be in trouble within the next few years, because they're just running out of ideas and coming up with dumb ones. Look what Roll Ranked did. That was a dumb idea, and they did it anyway. After the community was like, whoa! But they did it anyway, because, you know, I don't know. It just seems that Riot needs new people. Riot, hire new people. Hire me. I'll come to Riot and give you great ideas. There we go. There's the problem fixed. But yeah, easily another 10 years if they can get it right. How do you get over tilt when you have a really bad game? Someone's saying I get tilted really fast. I don't type, but my mental is going down with every game. How do you get off tilt? Stop playing League. Stop doing the thing that you know is tilting you. So that doesn't mean quit League, but if you play, I don't know, 3 games a day, let's say, which isn't too many, but you tilt in game 1. Don't play game 2. Stop. Go play something else. You know, it's not your job to go play League if you're in a weird mood about League. Relax. It's fine. You know, there's no rush. You don't have to play. I think that's the biggest thing that kind of gets people. And it's weird, you know, when you see people with 3,000 games already this season, you're like, do they know they can have a break? Like, what's going on? So yeah, just have a break, have a Kit Kat, you know, not sponsored. But you don't have to play after a bad game. Relax, play something else, go for a walk, play Pokemon Go. I think a lot of what people do is they like League a lot. Maybe you could call some people addicted, sure. But they get tilted and then they re-queue straight away. And guess what? Bad game again, you just get more tilted. It's a chain, so just break the chain. So it's that simple. Go, again, the way that I do it when I have a bad game, I'll go do something else. Even on stream. I have a terrible game on stream. What we do nowadays, play a game of TFT. Break up the badness and just try to do it that way. Next one is, if Fiddle was in TFT, what class do I think he would be? He could be his own. Like, what is Fiddle? Is he Shadow Isles? I don't even know. I'm not very good with the lore. He could be Shadow Isles. He could be Phantom, maybe? Is he Phantom? Because he could be Phantom Sorcerer, but then you've already got Karthus, that's that. I don't know what Fiddle's lore background is. But, yeah. How good is Rumble Jungle? He's fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. Just play it top or play something better in the jungle. If you want to go pro, what would be a good rank for the first season as of a 14-year-old? There is literally no point thinking about going pro, and this is to anybody who wants to go pro or has had the thought of going pro. And this isn't just coming from me, by the way. This is from years of watching streamers like Dyrus or Reginald back in the day or Bjorkson. They've been asked that question, and they all give the same answer, and it's literally the answer that I'm about to give as well. There is no point thinking about becoming pro until you hit Challenger in solo queue. Because if you want to become a pro in League, hitting Challenger in solo queue should be one of the easiest things for you. It's that simple. That's the end. There is no more to talk about. Unless you get Challenger, there is nothing. And again, not as a one-trick either. You can't be a one-trick because pros can't one-trick. You get banned out, obviously. So you have to hit Challenger, not as a one-trick. Generally have a main position, obviously. But until you reach that point, there is no point thinking about becoming a pro in League. Next up is how do you get an op.gg review? Becoming a Twitch subscriber. So Twitch subscribers are prioritized, and the way that we do it is, whenever I'm doing them on my Discord server, there's a Twitch subscriber room that you can get into once you link your Twitch account and you're a Twitch subscriber with Discord. And then every now and then I'll give specifics. Hey guys, give me profiles of people that have never had an op.gg review before. Twitch subscribers will give them to me. Hey guys, if you have had one, maybe 2 months ago, give me your profile and we'll do an update of how well's the advice gone. That's how you get them. So you have to be a Twitch subscriber, go on my Discord server, link your Twitch account with it, and yeah, again, if you really want one, you'll be able to get an op.gg. Like, this could be a thing of, Huzz, you have 1,000 Twitch subs, how do I know I'll get one? Trust me, you'll get one. Whenever I, type in the Twitch subscriber room, if someone was literally like, I literally subscribed to get one of these, yeah, you'll get one. It's that simple. Someone saying, do I rate Yasuo/Mo? Never watched him. From what I've seen, he is not someone that I would ever watch. Maybe he's for kids, no offense. Like, he has that kind of shouty screaming thing going on. That's not what I look for in a content creator. A great example of what type of content creator I watch, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Frags. Again, I don't watch League content creation because, again, my life is League, so I don't want to watch more League. But Jack Frags is like the type of YouTuber that I watch. Adult, funny jokes, no shouting, no screaming, good gameplay. That's what I watch. But yeah, so I won't be watching that. And then the final one is, why did I start playing League? Good one to end on. Friend was playing it. That's simple. Friend was playing it. So we were playing World of Warcraft as my main game, but a friend was like, what about this League of Legends thing? So this would have been back in 2010, maybe 9. And we're like, yeah, we'll try it out. We didn't like it that much to begin with. So we quit. We also got temporarily banned from League when we first began because whenever we didn't know leaving games were a bad thing. There was, again, League was brand new. There was no rules on the screen. There was nothing. It was brand new. So we left games when WoW raids were like, okay, it's time to WoW raid. Guys, come out of your League game. Okay, yeah, we're coming. We just left the game. So we got like a 2-week ban. Anyway, we went back probably about 4 or 5 months later, and then for some reason we started liking it. And then from then, we started to play it quite a bit. And then we quit WoW at the end of Season 2, really pre-Season 3, and then League became my main game in Season 3. But yeah, that's going to be it though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, I do enjoy doing these Q&A videos, but if you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I will try to get back to them. Again, I do like answering stuff. I like talking, hence you can't be a YouTuber and not like talking. But yeah, feel free to put more questions. I'll try my best to get through them. And also, just as the reminder, we've mentioned it a few times, make sure you do check out the second channel, Huzzy Extra, because again, when we get the new car, we'll be doing content on there. And furthermore, make sure you follow my Instagram, which is also HuzzyGames. I'm trying to post more there now. One, because interaction's good and it's fun to do. But also when it comes to sponsorships and stuff, some sponsors like Instagram as that kind of the main thing, more than Twitter apparently nowadays. Yeah, hopefully you guys will go follow on those two. Anyway, I'm going to go like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.